Hello and welcome to this Good Vibes Friday edition of GMNC. We have an awesome lineup for you this morning. I'm Prathisha Singh and you're watching Ballito TV. I am delighted to be joined in studio by the wise Tony Subramony. He will be inspiring and motivating us for the rest of the day and the weekend ahead. Our local community is packed with entrepreneurs making their mark in various business sectors. Today we highlight a young 17-year-old go-getter, Jayden. He is a business owner of Dolphin Coast Platters. The original heart of Ballito sits in the village where our studio is located, and the energy here is something truly special. We welcome one of our neighbours, Adrian, owner of Hydro Wash, Hiitmann Gym and Retro Smoothie Bar, a very busy man. That's only the first part of the show today, so let's get going with Tony, and then I will fill you in a bit later of the other highlights that are coming up. So welcome to the show, Tony. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
And I believe we're talking wise topics this morning.
Yes.
Detachment with love, right?
Yes, detaching with love, yeah. This morning I'm wearing a different cap. It's one of the very popular ones that I love wearing, and it's about recovery and recovery from addiction.
Mm-hmm. So your specialty this morning?
Yes, that's my specialty. And one of the areas that we cover, which is not easy to come to terms with, is detaching with love. Mm-hmm. You know, very often when you have someone who is addicted and living with you, you tend to naturally cover up for the person. You know, you would phone the company and tell them why he's not coming to work, or you would bail him out if there's an issue with the law, or you would tell a friend, or, you know, somehow you would cover up. And it's kind of a natural thing that we feel we should be doing.
You think you're helping that
Yes.
person, of course, right?
But essentially, we're actually making it worse than ever before. So there's a topic that we cover quite extensively. It's called detaching with love. And detaching with love simply means, I love you for who you are, but I don't love what you do. There's a big separation about the person you love, and that's important to understand, that you have to look at the person as someone that you love unconditionally, you know, as a human being.
Yes.
The disease of addiction is something that's attached to the person, and we have to separate him from that there as well. Now, it's very, very seldom that one can do that quite conveniently as well. Now, when you separate a person from the disease, you're saying to him that we appreciate who you are as an individual, but we have to look at how you can change your behavior. Definitely. When you start detaching with love, the person starts understanding that he has to make some concerted effort to come to terms with his addiction. When you detach with love, you're also saying to him that I'm not going to get involved in the consequences of your action.
Yes.
Now, that's the toughie.
You're kind of getting them to take their ownership
Yes.
and responsibility.
Yes.
In a loving, supportive
That's
way.
exactly
That's
what
we're
it is.
trying
Yes.
for, right?
But when you say to him, you must face the consequences, you know, like facing the law and having to be locked up in prison as one of the consequences is hectic.
Of course.
But that's exactly what it is all about. Because those are the kinds of consequences that will probably get you to turn your life around and make it well worth it as well.
So some sort of tough love you're
Yes,
talking about.
yeah. But the tough love is a real toughie. That's an hectic one. That's quite, you know, ruthless. When it comes to detaching with love, we're saying, listen, there is still an emotion of love attached there. You're still part of the family. We still appreciate who you are for what you are, but we do not identify with your behavior, and we do not appreciate the way you behave.
So it's not acceptable.
Yes.
You're making it very clear.
Yes. So that's clearly putting a boundary in place, right? So in closing this week and starting the weekend, I want to just ask the viewers that this weekend, what I want the viewers to do is some homework, like I usually give on a Friday. This weekend, focus on conscious breathing.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
Right?
an interesting
Focus
one.
on conscious breathing as we go through this weekend. Whether you're brushing your teeth, you're taking a shower, you're walking along the beach, or you're having dinner, just focus on conscious breathing. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that next week when we meet again.
So just
that's
give,
the
us
homework
a,
for
just
this
give us a little bit on conscious breathing. How do we practice it?
Conscious breathing is, you see, we unconsciously, it's an automatic process that we
Right.
just continue breathing. And we very often breathe from the chest up here. And conscious breathing is when we're breathing down from the diaphragm. And
So
we-
more the lower belly.
Yes.
So we want to breathe into the lower
Yes,
belly, right?
Yeah, because when you make the effort to do that, you actually start focusing on the moment you are involved in, the peace that you can inculcate at that time, and you start to enjoy that moment. So when you do that, you're actually focusing on living in the moment. So one of the ways to get to live in the moment is focus on conscious breathing.
Thank
That's
you
the
for
homework
that
for this week.
wisdom and homework. Tony keeps us busy making our lives better, which we appreciate very, very
sure.
much. Tony, how can we get hold of you just before we say our goodbye for this morning?
All right, the easiest way is to contact the studio or else on 081 533 6565. Easiest.
Thank you very much, Tony, for that inspiration. And we want to thank Performance Coffee, an authorized dealer for Dura Coffee this morning. They give us our delicious Divine Morning coffee. So next up, after the break, we will be hearing from young 17-year-old Jayden from Dolphin Coast Platters. Stay with us this morning.
Dear Mom, you're my best friend, okay? You're the funniest person I met in the whole world, but you're so bad at hiding. Did you make the best brownies though? I love it when we go riding together. When I'm older, I want to be pretty like you. Happy birthday, Mom.
Have you heard about Finlay Fuel's program that empowers your small business or your family through a cashback benefit on your monthly fuel spend? I'm excited to tell you that no matter what the size of your small business fleet or the number of cars in your family, all you need to do is simply refuel your vehicle at participating BP service stations countrywide, and the saving of 70 cents per litre on diesel and 13 cents per litre on petrol can be yours. There are no credit checks because the program follows a prepaid model. And voila! Let me show you how easy it is. To sign up, visit www.finlayfuel.co.za. Upon completion of your sign-up, you will receive an SMS notification confirming your membership. Arrive at the BP forecourt, identify yourself as a Finlay Fuel client. Enter your secure PIN into the terminal handed to you by the attendant. The attendant will scan your BP Fleet Move tag and a pre-authorization slip will be issued. Fuel will then be dispensed and a real-time SMS notification will be sent to you confirming the transaction. And off you go.
Welcome back to GMNC. I hope you grabbed your hot beverage, your coffee, and you are ready to enjoy this lineup with us. So we have a great inspiration for you this morning. We have young 17-year-old Jayden. Welcome to the show, Jayden.
Thank you, Mann.
And thank you for this gorgeous sushi. I cannot wait to tuck into it. So Jayden, you started the delicious Dolphin Coast Platters, and you're just 17 years old. But let's talk a bit about you first. So I see you boasting the Kuro Mount Richmore blazer. What grade are you in?
Ma'am, I'm at grade 11, ma'am.
Wow, your school must be really, really proud of you. I've seen your platters, I've seen your menus, it just looks divine.
Yeah, ma'am. So when I started this business, ma'am, I was thinking of like a variety of platters, ma'am. I didn't think of just doing normal meat platters. I was just thinking like sushi.
Jayden, you're making me feel like I'm a teacher here with this ma'am thing. So yeah.
Yeah, so I just decided to try and change up some platters a bit, ma'am.
Yeah, they look very unique and great ideas. So I believe you were practicing your culinary skills during the lockdown with your mom.
I used to help my mom make sushi platters and other type of platters for her guests when she's come to us, ma'am.
Nice. See, kids, it's always great to help your mom in the kitchen. And tell us now about how you started the business. You said it was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So, ma'am, 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend actually had started a business, ma'am. So when I was at her house, I was also thinking of a business plan, ma'am, and the first thing that came to mind was platters. So I decided to call up my mom and I told her about my idea, and then the next day we just went for it, ma'am.
Awesome. And are people like jumping on it and getting into it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually surprised about the feedback, ma'am. A lot of people actually encourage me to do it, ma'am.
That's super duper. And do you take orders? How does it work?
So, ma'am, you can take orders in a variety of ways. There's Facebook. You can send me a message on WhatsApp, call me, get a hold of my mom.
Nice. And you want to tell us some about your favorite platters? Which ones are the biggest sellers so far?
Ma'am, so far the biggest seller is actually the sushi, ma'am. Most of the California rolls and the sesame seed rolls, ma'am.
I can see why. It looks delicious. We all can't wait to tuck into that. Thank you for bringing it.
No problem.
And do you help at your school with catering and things like that?
Not really,
Do you
ma'am.
intend to do it?
But it would be very nice if I could, ma'am. Maybe one day I could cater for my school.
Okay, and besides from your awesome, awesome platters and cooking skills, what do you do for fun?
Well, ma'am, I have a lot of hobbies, ma'am. I enjoy rugby and hockey, ma'am, but I also play the guitar.
The guitar, oh wow.
Yeah.
So many, many skills and quite busy already at your very young age of 17.
Yes, ma'am.
And what are you hoping to get from this business? How do you want to expand it? What are your future plans?
Well, ma'am, at the time, it's just a very small business, ma'am, but I hope it grows. So I have a backup plan to follow up on in case my studies, my studies, I want them to go successfully, ma'am, but in case they don't, I have a backup plan with this type of business.
It's always a great addition as well. I mean, thinking about business at 17 is always fantastic. So that's great. And I wish you all the best. And do you just want to leave your socials with us or your WhatsApp number? What would you like?
Yeah, ma'am. My number is 0637720527.
Thank you very much, Jayden. It was great having you here. Great inspiration for all you young entrepreneurs out there. If Jayden can do it, you can do it too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Next up, we will bring you an introductory interview with Paul Honeyford from Windsor Health. He will be taking up a regular slot on GMNC every Friday. We will also be talking about ozone and the health benefits of ozone. So stay tuned after the break.
Welcome back to GMNC, and we would like to welcome Paul Honeyford from Windsor Health to the studio with us today. We'll be chatting about his dynamic company and the Ozone Elite system and how beneficial this is to our overall health and well-being. Welcome, Paul, to the studio today. It's wonderful to have you here.
Good morning, Karine. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
So tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, we've been in business now in South Africa for some almost 35 years, and we've been in the medical ozone business for 25 of those 35 years. We started developing our technology because there was a demand really from the medical profession for medical ozone equipment, and that's really where we started some 25 years ago. And we're now the only company in Africa who are certified to produce a dose of medical ozone. Lots of companies do produce ozone technology, but we produce a medical dose. It's a very specific dose of ozone. And we are the only company, as I say, who are certified to do that.
Fantastic.
And we have 13 branches now.
Oh my goodness.
From Windsor down to Cape Town, and we're
Fantastic.
very excited to be here in Natal at last after all these years.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us exactly, what is ozone?
Well, ozone, of course, is O3 instead of O2. We remember from school that oxygen is O2. It's two O1 molecules. Well, ozone is O3. It's super oxygen, activated oxygen, but better known to the general public as medical ozone. It's very, very powerful. And of course, we come from the standpoint that we are extremely low in oxygen in our cells. It's important that viewers understand the difference between the two. We get blood saturation of oxygen, and then we get cellular level oxygen. We're dealing with cellular level oxygen. And in your cells, you're currently, here at the coast, you're currently about 16 to 18% oxygen. However, your body is demanding 40% at cellular level. So you're trying to run your body on less than half the oxygen it's demanding. And that's what we do. Using our technology in your home, we can drive up the cellular level oxygen close to 40%. And at that level, the body heals and repairs very well, because your body was created to be able to do that.
Fantastic. And can you take in too much ozone?
It's a good question, but no, you can't. We don't wander around with ozone in our systems, of course. What happens is two O3 molecules going into the bloodstream become three O2s. That's how we're driving up the cellular level oxygen. And at this level of ozone, 0.05 parts per million is the specific dose that we produce. That's known as a medical dose, and really that simply means that you can breathe it. You can breathe our dose of ozone. Whereas you may have been to a health spa, for instance, and they put you in a capsule. That's called an ozone sauna. It's quite a strong dose of ozone, and of course it's only delivering the oxygen into your system in one way, transdermally through the skin. What's nice about our system is that, yes, you use it in the privacy of your own home, but we're delivering the oxygen into your system in three ways. You're breathing it, it's a breathable dose, it's going in through the skin transdermally, and with our system, you can bubble it through a glass or a bottle of cold tap water, so therefore you're drinking the oxygen. So we're delivering the oxygen into the system in three distinctly different ways.
That's incredible. So you can actually, so it's very easy for us to take in the ozone.
You know, we did that on purpose. When we started developing this technology, we were determined it must really fit in with your lifestyle. Otherwise, you're going to stop using it. So I always say, how difficult can it be to put our ozone generator in your bedroom for 20 minutes before you go to sleep? It has a timer on it, you put it on the floor, you put it on 20 minutes, after 20 minutes it shuts down. That space, up to 160 square meters, is then super oxygenated for 10 to 12 hours. So what does that mean? It means that whilst you're sleeping, you're breathing a much higher level of oxygen in the air. It means you sleep better, you get up in the morning, you've got more energy. But also it's very important to mention that it's doing a number of things whilst you're asleep. Medical ozone. You're breathing it, and of course it's sterilizing the ear, nose, throat. It's sterilizing the chest cavity, so things like sinus problems go away. Anything to do with the chest, things like asthma and that kind of thing tend to disappear. And of course, the function of our lungs only have one function, Karine, and that is to extract the oxygen from the air we breathe and put it into the bloodstream. And as it's entering the bloodstream, it's attaching to the red corpuscles, those are the oxygen-carrying corpuscles, but it's also, very importantly, attaching to the white corpuscles. Those are the fighters. That's your immune system. So we're boosting oxygen, we're boosting the immune system, which means you don't get as sick and your family stays healthy.
Fantastic. Wow. But in this day and age with COVID and all what's facing us at the moment, I mean, this is just the answer.
Well, our business has gone bananas since COVID. I hate to say, but we really took advantage of the fact that people are now more health conscious than ever before.
Yes.
And that's one thing that COVID has done. It's told us that we're mortal, you know, and at the end of the day, we need to prevent illness if possible in the family. And that's really what we do. We are preventative medicine. Look, don't get me wrong, if you're sick, we'll get you better.
Yes.
But if you're not sick, we'll keep you healthy. And that's really what we've been doing for some 25 years now.
Fantastic. And tell us a little bit about the actual product.
Sure. Well, there are 4 components to the system. The Ozone generator, it's a handheld unit, portable, as I mentioned. There are no filters or cartridges, so there's no real maintenance on the system. That's the heartbeat of our system. It's taking this dirty, low oxygenated air that we're breathing, and inside the chamber in the generator, we're converting the O2 to O3 at a medical dose. So our generator is producing air saturated with medical ozone at 0.05 parts per million. The second component, of course, is the pipe. We can attach the pipe to the generator, and we can then, for instance, blow that pipe inside the fridge. It'll sterilize, deodorize, stops cross-contamination between foodstuffs. Your fruit and vegetables last 10 times longer. We can also blow it inside duvets and pillows, and again, it'll sterilize, deodorize, kills those microorganisms that live on us. Or we can attach it to something called the non-slip therapeutic hydromat. It's got a very long name, and that we can then use in the bath, we can use it in the shower, we can use it dry. For instance, if we press it down into the bottom of the bath and then lie back against the headrest, when we get into warm water, of course, the pores open, the sweat glands open, and we get absorption. Plus, there are 170 high-powered jets that are going to massage your whole body.
Oh, my goodness.
People always say to me, but I've got a jacuzzi or a spa bath, and I say, yeah, but your jacuzzi or your spa bath is massaging you with air. We're massaging you with ozone. There's a huge difference. So yeah, very relaxing. It's hydrotherapy, it's ozone hydrotherapy. Gives you a 5-in-1 treatment in the comfort of your own home. And that same mat we can then put in the bottom of the shower. We can stand on it. You've got 16 pressure points in the bottom of your feet. Those are being massaged, so we're doing reflexology, if you like. And of course, I don't know whether you're aware, Kareem, but the soles of your feet absorb up to 4 times quicker than the rest of your body. So 5 minutes in, most people don't, but 5 minutes in the shower is like 20 minutes in the bath. And of course, you're standing in an enclosed environment, so you're breathing loads of this stuff as well. So there are kind of multiple applications. But then the final application with the mat, we can use it dry. For instance, if you said to me, I've got a sore back, it's an old sports injury or whatever, I can lie it on your bed, I can lie you on the mat, I can give you a dry therapy. This is how we treat the professional rugby players. The physios use it.
And how can people get hold of you?
Well, they can send me they're welcome to call me. They can send me an SMS or a WhatsApp. We're going to do a very special offer for Ballito TV viewers.
Lucky
the normal, our system, the normal pricing, including all the extras. And the extras are a set of aromatherapy oils, the headrest, the water purification pipe, and the lifetime warranty on the motor. The normal pricing for that entire system is 31,300 Rand. We're going to be doing 5 units at a very special price on your show. We're going to do them at 19,999.
Wow, that's
so
fantastic.
19,999 buys you the entire system with the lifetime warranty as well. So yeah,
thank you
we're excited. We're launching it on your show down here, so we're excited.
That's very exciting. Well, I've learned so much today, and thank you for your generous offer. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of take-up on that.
Well, I hope so. Your viewers can just send me an SMS or a WhatsApp. My number is 071 452 0308.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time today and for sharing this incredible insight with us.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. It's been,
really
been a pleasure.
appreciate it. And all the best here in Ballito.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
So you can see that there are so many benefits from ozone oxygen therapy, and this was incredibly informative. We have to look after our bodies, especially in these times that we are living at present. Thank you again to Paul for joining us on GMNC, and we look forward to having him on the show again next Friday. Welcome back to
I'm Mornay.
I'm Mandy.
I'm Devin.
And we are
Ballito TV.
We are a streaming channel showcasing content-rich programming that appeals to a wide audience.
Ballito TV officially launched on the 1st of February 2021 and has already attracted over 500,000 viewers worldwide.
Viewers are able to select their preferred device and way in which to watch Ballito TV, either live on our Facebook page, our website, YouTube channel, or by downloading our app free from the Play Store.
Best of all, if you've missed one of our shows, catch up at your own convenience by visiting our catch-up platform on our website and our app.
Ballito TV offers a variety of advertising from as little as 1,000 Rand. So the misconception that advertising through this medium is out of reach for most businesses is totally incorrect.
Get in touch today by emailing hello@ballito.tv or send your name and details to our WhatsApp line on 066 232 1385 and we will give you a call.
Welcome back to GMNC. I hope you're enjoying this Good Vibes Friday with us and we're setting you up for the weekend. I hope you got acquainted with Paul from Windsor Health. You know how important your health is, so we want to get him every Friday here, so you must join us then. So let's chat with Adrian, a businessman and 3 businesses, and of course our neighbor.
Morning. Thanks
Morning,
for having me,
how are you?
Trish. Good, thanks, and you?
Good, great. So we're talking car washes, smoothie bars, and the gym, right?
That's it. All 3
Awesome.
together.
So tell us a bit about you. I know you've been on the Dolphin Coast for about 13 years.
Correct. So I originally grew up in Joburg, and like half of Joburg decided they want to move down to the coast. So chose Ballito as the destination. And I actually got a transfer for work. I was in a total different industry. Part-time, started off with the gym thing, got involved in fitness, and made it a full-time business, living.
Yeah, now you're up the road from the studio or down the road. What are you, up the road?
We were downstairs, and we've moved into a bigger premises across the road.
Awesome. So can we start chatting about the gym? So tell us a bit about Hiitmann Gym.
Yeah, we can. Hiitmann Gym, it's a high-intensity studio. It's basically class bases. You book into a class, we've got classes from 5 a.m. in the morning right through till 6 p.m. in the evening. So you do book into a class, we have about 20 people in a class. High-intensity training, it's loud music, instructors on the microphone. Take about 20 people. We followed a trend that's basically come from Europe, America. There's a lot of big studios there. Instead of going to a normal commercial gym, you don't know what to do, you get caught talking, working around, not doing anything. You come into the gym, a studio will show you exactly in the studio, instructor will be there, show you what to do, get on with it.
So you get kind of the optimum, the best workout in the
Correct.
shortest time. We don't have to do all the thinking for us.
100%. So we do the thinking for you. You're not paying the same fees you would with a personal trainer. It will be a fraction of the price, and you will still be shown what to do.
And do you cater for kids at the moment? Is that in the plans coming forward?
We have just started a HIIT Kids class. We have started on Fridays. We started a few weeks ago. Obviously, with the situation we're in now, it's been very up and down with the COVID and that. But today's the first class. We're back again.
And what time is the kids class?
So we got a 1:30, which we call the Buddies class, was 6 to 9 years old.
Great.
And after that, at 2:30, it's the Superstars class. That's 10 to 13 years old.
And are they about 30-minute classes?
They're about 45 minutes.
Okay.
We find that we've got to start with a bit of a warm-up and a cool-down. We always throw fun activities in with it. We do find that if you go longer than 45 minutes, obviously the concentration, kids start climbing up the walls.
You have to start a babysitting service then.
Exactly. Speaking about that, we do actually have at Retro Cross, we do have a babysitting facility in a way, a play area. Kids can go colour in. There's a PlayStation area, DVDs on.
Oh, that's epic.
So
So I'm already interested about my 6-year-old with the HIIT class, and then now you tell me about the play area. It sounds more and more interesting.
Yeah, it is. So if you're getting your car washed or you're doing a session, you can leave your kid there in the kids area. There will be someone to watch your kid. There are activities for the kids to do. So
that's what every mom needs.
That was the whole idea about all the businesses together. So while you wash your car, you can leave your kid there, or you can go to a gym class, or your kid does a gym class, you have a coffee, so it all works together.
Super cool. And then the retro smoothie bars, so you cater on the health side, but you also have decadent treats. So
yeah, well, as we speak here about the kids don't always go with the healthy. So a lot of the
I've been
smoothies.
trying for a while.
Exactly. So a lot of the smoothies that we do have a lot of fruits, fresh produce in there. We've got the healthier stuff where we go for more the proteins, the glutamines, the collagens. And then we've also got the normal hot chocolates for the kids. We've got the milkshakes, bar one shake, Oreo shake. So the kids tend to go a little bit towards the unhealthy side.
But I mean, you offer the gym classes for them, so
Exactly,
we have to have balanced lives, people.
Yeah, the whole thing about the HIIT training and that, we target about 1,000 calories a class, or up to 1,000 calories a class. So you are smashing quite a few calories per session. Yeah.
Sounds fantastic. And so let's get back to your car wash. You mentioned to me that you have quite a range of car washes.
So the car wash is called Hydro. That actually came about, it was actually my girlfriend. She's wanted to do it for a while, Jackie. And obviously with the gym, people like to, I don't know,
kill two birds with one stone.
Exactly, like you said.
Yeah.
So while you're training, you can get your car washed. I hear the customer speaking before and after. It'd be so nice, come out to a clean car. You don't have to wait for your car. So the car wash happens, most popular wash is called the classic wash. It's your standard full house, inside and outside. It takes about 45 minutes. A gym class is normally about an hour. So you go into the class, when you come out, your car is washed. We also do have the normal express wash. That's basically the exterior.
Yeah.
And then we've got the two valets. We've got a steam valet, where we steam the engine, the seats, the roof. That you'll have to book your car in. That normally takes about 4 to 6 hours. And then we got the full executive valet. That includes a polish. It's a 3-stage polish. We use all the Maguire's products. We go through a clay bar. You have to book your car in for that. It takes about a day.
Okay, cool. And in terms of booking like the classes at the gym or even just the car wash, if we're doing the regular ones, can we just pop in?
Okay, so for the car wash, yeah, you can pop in. We open 7 days a week, open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the car wash. And on the gym side, we open from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. With a class, you have to book into a class. The first class is a free complimentary class. So you can WhatsApp, you can go on our social media, get the link. On our social media, it's called Octave, there is a link.
Yes.
Click on that, it will take you through to the class schedule, choose a class, book in, try out your free class.
Super cool. And you have beginner classes and scaling up?
The nice thing about the training is our classes are for all fitness levels. So we have from youngsters to the older folk that come in. It's family-based, all fitness levels. So for example, if you are on a treadmill, instructor will say take your speed to 14, 12, 10. Where 14 will be an advanced call, 12 intermediate, 10 beginner call. But you're all doing the exact same thing.
Super. So you feel part of the group vibe
Exactly.
as
It's
well.
the same example that you'll understand. If you get to a station and you want to do a simple bicep curl, there'll be 3 or 4 different weights there. So I'll be doing a curl, you'll be doing a curl. It's dark in here, there's disco lights on, nobody can see what you're doing, but you're all doing the exact. It's all about vibe.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what people want.
What a way to start your day.
Like a workout in a nightclub.
Super, super cool. I like it. I like all the ideas about it. Because,
Cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
get you
always
into a
rushing.
class.
Definitely. When we're always rushing, and I mean, if you can drop the kid off, do your car wash, and get a workout in, I mean, what more do you need? So that's super cool. So which one's your biggest baby? I mean, 3 businesses.
Hiitmann's been going the longest, so I think they all feed off each other. So when the guys come out of the classes, we're predominantly more ladies in there, that all come out, they want to get now collagens are hype, their smoothies with their collagen, they want to wash a car while they're training, so they all work together. So obviously Hiitmann been going the longest. For myself, that's the biggest one. And for Jackie, she's more involved on the hydro side. So she's more into the car wash, which is taking off. The support's been amazing in the past 3-4 weeks.
Awesome, awesome.
So, yeah.
And then with the car wash, I mean, we all look for the quietest days, right? So what are your quieter days that we can all just get in there and get out?
I think the weather's got a big part to play in the car wash.
Yes, of course. But spring's fully blossomed now. I mean, driving here this morning, it was light
Beautiful
and bright.
day.
It's super, yeah.
Yeah, so with the car wash, we've actually got a product that we use. It's an imported product from Europe.
Okay.
It's a complete touchless wash on the car. So we don't put any cloths or anything on your car. You spray the soap on, you spray it off, and your car's basically cleaned. So we're washing a car 5 to 10 minutes. Obviously, the car will go inside, get vacuumed, quick dry, touch up, finish off. So the average, we're doing a full classic wash in about 45 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice and convenient. Thank
So,
you
yeah,
so much
should
for
be
being
pretty
here
quick.
with us this
Thank you
morning.
for having me.
Is there anything you would like to add to the viewers? I mean, come check him out, of course.
If you want to get hold of myself, cell phone number is 081 033 1189. Social media, Instagram, Hiitmann_SA, and Facebook's the same, and the same with Hydro_Ballito, retro_Ballito.
That's a mouthful, and you managed to remember.
I'm trying to remember
are you trying to take my job here? Awesome, awesome. And thank you for being here with us, Adrian. And
Thank you
I
for
will
having me.
definitely be trying all of those things.
Yeah.
It's so
Well,
convenient.
I'm across the road, I'll come fetch you.
Very, very convenient. So the rest of the lineup still promises to be amazing. After the break, Matt is interviewing a pro golfer Albert Duplessis. Stay tuned for that one. Haley and Dion will also provide you the weather and surf report, prepping you for the weekend and today as well. And then it is Zoe's Friday entertainment slot, so we'll stay tuned to see Clint, who Zoe will be interviewing, and will play out with his music video as well. Stay tuned, stay with us. It's a fabulous Friday.
And now, COVID-19 opened doors for new studies. Da Vinci International Film Academy launched online short courses offering more than 19 courses to choose from, making studying film accessible to anyone at any time, at any place. With international accreditation at your fingertips and a COVID-19 special of only 300 Rand per course in script writing, directing, producing, cinematography, light, sound, makeup, art, continuity, wardrobe editing, and Da Vinci Resolve 16. Start now by visiting www.difa.co.za. DIFA offers 3 free accredited courses. Stay home, stay safe, and start your dream today.
Hi guys, Jason here from Chapman Building. Looking forward to introducing a new 13-episode series called Under Construction with Chapman Building. We will be covering various aspects of the building industry and our business to educate and help Ballito residents understand more about the building industry.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning North Coast, and it's time for a special sports segment that we're going to try and do on a weekly basis here on Ballito TV, and I'm honoured and privileged to interview a good friend of mine, a local PJ professional, Albert Duplessis. Morning, Albert.
Morning, Matt. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, awesome. Lucky to see you here, and let's kick it off straight with some talk about the state, in terms of your opinion, the state of golf in COVID times.
So, I mean, initially when COVID, the first wave hit, golf courses and everything had to shut down.
Yeah.
And with Golf RSA and the PGA, they managed to get a good plan together to get golf back up and running before other sports could restart.
Yes.
And we've seen a massive boom in golf. So you've seen guys who haven't played in 20 years dust off their clubs, get back into the game of golf. We've also seen golf turn into family activity. So, you know, a lot of dads and lads, moms and daughters, and sort of all those kind of things. Just get a nice sort of melting pot of everybody back into golf. So it's been really, really good.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that specific type of new clientele, possibly, who haven't played before.
Yeah, so I mean, before, you know, anybody that would come for lessons is either a really experienced golfer, you know, you're a real beginner, and then a lot of kids, you know, kids and their activity, and those kind of things. But what we get now is, I've got mornings where couples would come.
Oh, wow.
And spend an hour, you know, where we do some lessons, you know, obviously based at the Cane Range at Sugar Rush Park. And people can sit down, have a cup of coffee, have something to eat in between their sessions. So it's become more it's not so much about golf, it's
Yeah,
about
it's more
people
about the-
organizing the hour together.
The outing together, that's awesome. And tell us, Albert, in your opinion, how can people get into golf if they sort of have been itching to try and start? What would your best advice be on how to get into golf?
So the most important thing, and it's easy for me to say as a golf professional, is just sort of shake it off and just jump in the ice
deep end,
bucket kind of thing. But people need to forget the stigma behind golf that only certain exclusive people are allowed to
Gentlemen
get
only,
into
ladies
golf.
forbidden.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So it is really important for people to just go to the driving range and go and hit balls. All right? Don't think that the whole world's watching and the whole world's judging you. It's just you're a little bit nervous, so it feels that way, where really just go in, get there, get going. You know, if you're nervous or scared or something, you know, just call me. I'll put you at ease and just get you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Get you going. Yeah.
That's why you're here. And maybe tell us a bit more about the state of junior golf at the moment.
So junior golf is going really, really well. We've seen a lot of new clientele and new juniors get into golf. So yes, you know, it's the only sport that through the COVID waves has remained open.
That kids can still play.
Yeah, so it gives kids a bit of consistency and those kind of things in their normal program. But what's been really good about the whole setup is the broad spectrum of kids that
that's awesome, yeah.
that do come in. So it's all age groups. Seeing a lot of high school kids now take back into golf. So it is really, really exciting times for us.
To see how strong junior golf is at the moment. And if people would like to get hold of you, where can they find you? Maybe possibly your social media platforms, etc.
So they can find me at Orsha Sport on Facebook, Orsha Sport and Golf Academy. My cell phone number is 083-449-6390. And I'm based at the Cane Range at Sugar Rush Park. And if you haven't been there in the past 6 months, there's a lot that's changed. It's more comfortable, it's more inviting, there's shade, there's all kinds of things, some new grass tee boxes. And everybody is welcome. There's not a membership facility. If you bored on a Sunday afternoon, go hit a few balls. Just go try it for yourself.
You don't have to feel as if someone's watching you and what is that guy doing over there?
No, and the range is 100 plus meters wide, so you can really distance yourself from somebody that might be putting you
off, or you just want to be by yourself.
If you just want to be by yourself, you will sure find yourself a little space there to just go and get comfortable and give it a go. Go jump in the ice bucket. You know?
That's awesome. Well, thanks very much for being here this morning, Albert. It's awesome to have you part of the team, and hopefully we'll have you again in the not too distant future. Not to change the subject, but can I put you on the spot? I know you are a global fan, which I'm not too sure why we're friends, but anyway, can you maybe give us your prediction firstly for the Springbok game this weekend?
So I reckon, if I look at the Springbok game, I think we're gonna score quite a bit of points there. So I'd go South Africa 32.
Wow.
Our defense is tight, so I reckon we can hold Australia down to most probably 15 points.
Okay.
And then, in the one that I'm sitting in Ballito and you're asking me a question of
I think there's quite a few global fans out there.
But I mean, I think I think that's going to be a wild one. So I'll go in 32-25 for the Bulls.
Okay, cool.
So both my teams for the weekend on 32 points, and then 10 points difference on the...
Well, from my side, I think you're definitely pretty much on the money in terms of the Springboks. I think the Sharks are going to possibly surprise a few people this weekend, but the Bulls are definitely favourites. But as we know, as Sharks fans, it's always nice to be the underdogs. So I think maybe the Sharks can do the business this weekend, hopefully. But anyway, Albert, awesome to see you again, Butz, and have an awesome weekend. And we hope to touch base with you in the near future.
Cool, thanks, man.
Coming up after the break, we're going to have a look at the world of sport with myself and what's happening this weekend. morning, sports fans. Let's kick it off with some football news, and more specifically the Premier League, as Manchester United forward Cristiano Ronaldo says return to Old Trafford is not a vacation, and he hopes to prove himself again with consistent performances over the next 3 to 4 years. The 36-year-old Portuguese spent 6 seasons at Man United between 2003 and 2009, winning 8 major trophies, and rejoined them from Juventus last month on a 2-year contract. Having been handed the Premier League club's famous number 7 jersey once again, Ronaldo is hoping to reach the heights he did in his first spell at the club. In selected fixtures coming up this weekend, tomorrow at 1:30 it's Crystal Palace against Spurs. A few matches kicking off at 4 o'clock, and we zoom in on Man United against Newcastle and Leicester City against Manchester City. In the late game at 6:30 it's Chelsea against Aston Villa. Just one game on the go on Sunday as Leeds host Liverpool. Moving to some local football news now, in DStv Premiership once again in full swing this weekend. Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs will have the heavyweight DStv Premiership bout when they meet at Loftus Versfeld on Sunday, 12 September. It is surely too early to label this as a title decider, but with Sundowns chasing their 5th successive championship and Chiefs looking resurgent under Stuart Baxter, it is fair to say that both clubs harbour major ambitions for the Premiership campaign, and talking points off the field would go a long way towards achieving those goals. In selected fixtures coming up this weekend, tomorrow at 3 p.m. it's Pirates against Swallows, and at 5 p.m. Baroka FC host Maritzburg United. Moving to some rugby news now, South Africa outside centre Lucanio Arm said the world champions would not underestimate the Wallabies in the Rugby Championship on Sunday when they get their first win on Australian soil in 8 years. The teams did not play each other in 2020 due to COVID-19 pandemic, the first time they have not met in a season since 1994. The Springboks recently saw off the British and Irish Lions and claimed 2 comfortable wins against Argentina, while Australia have slipped to those 3 successive losses against New Zealand. A full round of fixtures in the Castle Lager Rugby Championship matches on Sunday, remember, at 9:05 it's the All Blacks against the Pumas, and at 12:05 the Wallabies host the Springboks. Moving to some local rugby news now, and Cell C Sharks coach Sean Everett has confirmed that Springbok tight head prop Thomas du Toit will be in his team for Saturday's Colin Currie Cup final against the Vodacom Bulls at Loftus, and has described it as a significant return. Du Toit comes into the front row that sees 2 changes to the one that started in the semi-final against the Tafellager Griquas last weekend. The final kicking off there, just a reminder, at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Moving to some cricket news now, South Africa have selected 3 frontline spinners for the men's T20 World Cup that to be held in Oman and the UAE from late October to November, although they might not necessarily be the men that most of the observers were expecting. The full Protea squad is as follows: Temba Bavuma, Keshav Maharaj, Quinton de Kock, Bevan Fortuin, we have, Bjorn Fortuin Reza Hendricks, Heinrich Klaassen, Aidan Markram, David Miller, Vian Mulder, Lungi Ngidi, Heinrich Nokia, Dwayne Pretorius, Kagiso Rabada, Tabrez Shamsi, and Rassi van der Dussen. There will, of course, be 3 travelling reserves as well, and Delia Petlakwayo, George Linder, and Lazard Williams will be those. Moving to golf news now, in Thailand's Kadishi Apibanrach and South African Christian Besaidnote produced scorching 8 under par opening rounds in the BMW PGA Championship at Wentworth on Thursday, as players vying for Ryder Cup spots experienced mixed fortunes. Apibanrach and Besaidnote shot 64s to take a one-stroke lead over Australian Adam Scott and England's Justin Rose, hoping to impress the Ryder Cup captain Padraig Harrington, carding a 67. Moving to some motorsport news now, and specifically Formula One, and George Russell said on Thursday that he does not see there being any issues when it comes to the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes teammate, when he becomes his teammate next season. The 23-year-old Russell will leave Williams to join fellow Britain for the 2022 season, replacing Valtteri Bottas at the Silver Arrows. Hamilton, who trails Max Verstappen by 3 points in the season standings, has made it clear his respect for and trust in Bottas as a teammate, but Mercedes opted not to keep the Finn, who really threatened Hamilton's F1 supremacy for the 6 years they were together, instead bringing in the former development driver, Russell. You can catch the Italian Grand Prix on Sunday, the race getting underway at 3 p.m. Moving to some tennis news now, and Novak Djokovic's US Open semi-final showdown with Olympic champion Alexander Zverev to try and reach the brink of a Grand Slam will be on Friday. It will be the Friday night feature at Arthur Ashe Stadium. scheduling also announced on Thursday that the US Tennis Association, or by the US Tennis Association, at Russian second seed Daniil Medvedev and Canadian 12th seed Felix Auger-Aliassime will take place in the afternoon. I'm Matt Williams for Good Morning North Coast Sport. You have yourself an awesome sporting weekend, and we'll catch you back here on Monday. Coming up next, we're going to see what's happening in your weekend, weather and surf. Have an awesome one.
Good morning everyone, and welcome to your weather for the weekend. What a way to start the weekend, nice and warm today with a high of 25 degrees and a low of 15 degrees. The real feel will be 25 degrees and the real feel shade 22 degrees. We have a northeasterly wind at 26 kilometers per hour and wind gusts at 43 kilometers per hour. So as jy rokkie dra vandag, meisies, hou hom maar vas. We also have a 0% chance of showers. The sunrise will be at 6 a.m. and the sunset at 5:45 p.m. Saturday, the high will be 29 and the low 17. And on Sunday, we have a high of 30 degrees and a low of 17 degrees. Dan sê daai, het julle dit manne en manninne, geen verskoning om nie op die beach te wees hierdie naweek nie. Next up will be your surf report brought to you by Tino 10 Skryfbehoeftes and Dion Bosman from Victory Surf. Enjoy your weekend and we'll see you again on Monday.
Good morning, Ballito, and welcome to Friday morning's beach report and an overview for today and the weekend. Well, there's absolutely no surf. We've got a big onshore, which is a northeasterly breeze for most of the weekend. So if you haven't started kiteboarding or wing surfing, now's the time. 3 days in a row of big easterlies, so the ocean's going to be very, very chopped up, and lots of easterly winds for the weekend. Lovely warm temperatures and clear skies, so nice beach weather, but definitely no surf. You might get the one or two bodyboard waves at the main beach, but with a big easterly swell direction and strong easterly winds, there's definitely no surf. It's going to be a fun day on the beaches though, as I said, nice and warm, but I think we'll have to wait for next week when the westerly arrives again, and we'll catch up with some surf then. Enjoy your weekend. It's a great one. Have fun.
Welcome. My name is Zoe, and I am bringing you your Friday edition of my entertainment segment here on Good Morning North Coast. Now, you guys are going to have to bear with me a little bit this morning. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm sounding a little bit croaky, but I think it gives me a little bit of an extra edge. I might be sounding a little bit like the female Rod Stewart, or my boss is telling me Bonnie Tyler. They say, if you think I'm sexy, it gives me that rugged kind of a feel. So I'm just going to roll with it, but let's see how it goes. So usually on a Friday, I have one of my artists sitting here talking to me. Unfortunately, said artist cannot be here. He's, as I understand it, on his bike to Cape Town at the moment. So I'm going to be doing this one solo mio on my own. So let's see how it goes. So I got the absolute privilege to talk to Clint Cunningham throughout the week to get to know each other a little bit. So this is going to be interesting. But I know that whenever I spoke to him on the phone, I actually caught him during one of his pit stops. And he was on the side of the road on his bike. The man says that he loves bikes, with his guitar strapped to his bike, and he was driving from where he lives in Centurion all the way to Cape Town to do some back-to-back shows. I mean, how exciting is that? Just waiting for the prompt. There we go. Now, a little bit about Clint now. He was born in Zimbabwe originally, but when he was about 13 years old, he moved into Johannesburg, where he now lives, as I said, in Centurion. He said, which I thought was quite funny on the phone, at some point in his youth, he studied at Rhodes University, and when I asked him, what did you study? He says, I don't even remember what, so it couldn't have been that exciting. But we know what those college stories can be like, right? All right, so when I asked him about where his musical journey started, he told me a lovely story about how he walked into a little pub in his area and he heard someone singing the Bye Bye Miss American Pie. And that something obviously clicked with Clint that day, because here we are, fast forward, 36 years experience in the industry, and wow, does this man have some incredible stories to tell, a few of which he shared with me on the phone. I mean, one of which being is that with his band, Clint & Co., that of course over the last 18 to 19 years have done roughly 800 Creedence Clearwater Revival tribute shows, and I've heard some fantastic things about those shows. And even more exciting, I heard a wonderful story with the time he got to entertain the princess, and I'm not actually kidding with you, the Princess Charlene of Monaco in the private gardens of the palace, because pip pip, it doesn't get any better than that. And, well, it actually does. As it turns out, they are both not only from the same area, he and the princess, Bulawayo, but they were born in the same hospital. So for him, this was the highlight of his career, when he got to not only sing for her, but he wrote a song for her called My Bulawayo Princess. And oh my good glory, what an amazing experience that would be. Something else interesting he told me is of the 19 times that he got to sing the national anthem in the boxing rings before, not just any fights, but world title fights. I mean, come on, that is amazing. And I was surprised to hear that he made a movie called Universal Language. And if you haven't caught it, he is, of course, referring to music in that case. Now, you can hear with a man with so many amazing stories that of course, it comes with the territory that he would write a book, a published book, which is called Stories from a South African Musician. And I've only told you a few very brief caps on those stories, and it sounds absolutely incredible. Where we get to delve into his early career living with that crazy rock and roll lifestyle, to one day becoming a father, and he said to me on the phone, I had to grow up at some point. And he now has a 20-year-old daughter, and he tells me of the incredible journey and the transformation, bringing him to the experiences that he has had. So, in summary, Clint, he is a singer, he is a songwriter, but he is a true entertainer. And then I believe, I'm hearing in my ear, that we're going to be talking about his, we're going to be watching one of his music videos. And I think it's the cover of Black Betty that they did. So just before I leave you, I'm going to leave you with a little quote that Clint told me on the phone yesterday. He said, I love my job, I love it to bits. Love it to bits. It's the best place to be on stage, with the opportunity to facilitate a bit of healing through the medium of music and authentic entertainment. Now,
Black Betty had a child, bam-a-lam, damn thing went wild, bam-a-lam, had a wandering mind, bam-a-lam, damn thing went blind, bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, hey, hey. Black Betty, bam-a-lam, oh, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, Bam-ba-lam, she really gets me high. Bam-ba-lam, I say that's no lie. Bam-ba-lam, and she's so rock steady. Bam-ba-lam, and she's always ready. Bam-ba-lam, oh, Black Betty. Bam-ba-lam, oh, Black Betty. Bam-ba-lam, hey, hey. Bam-ba-lam, oh, Black Betty. Bam-ba-lam, well, she come from Birmingham. Bam-ba-lam, way down in Alabama. Bam-ba-lam, and she shaking that thing. Bam-ba-lam, really make me sing. Bam-ba-lam, oh, Black Betty. Bam-ba-lam, oh, Black Betty. Bam-ba-lam, hey, hey.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, before I carry on, I would very much like to thank my sponsors. That is a Diamond and the Emeralds. Love you guys madly. Now, we're going to be moving on with the weekend vibe. So that's what's happening in our area from an entertainment perspective. Now, starting today, that is Friday the 10th, if you are in the Hops direction, Johnny will be entertaining you from 5 p.m. After that, further into Ballito at the market, Nolan on piano, this morning at 10 a.m. Then later in the afternoon, the very talented Steve Graham at 5:30. Around the corner at Eat Street, my friend Sheldon de St. Pern will be entertaining you in the evening. If you're in the Salt Rock area, that is Yami Rib and Burger, Eleanor Chellan will be entertaining you over there. Now, moving on to Saturday the 11th. Now, I'm very excited about this. This one I definitely want to get to, and that is the Lychee Orchard are having a makers market from 9 a.m. Then after that at the market, we have the talented Tara Blake on violin at 10 a.m., followed by Guadasi and Magringa for taking you through lunchtime, and Tanner Wareham himself later on in the afternoon. Around the corner at East Street, you can enjoy Esther Lloyd, followed by the Golden Superhawks. What an epic name that is. Then we have the opening of the studios at Lifestyle Centre, and I believe Dave Stark will be entertaining you through that. Now, moving on to Sunday, this is the Rod Stewart gravel I was talking about. Moving on to Sunday, fun day, we have at Hops, my good friend James Freedom at 3 p.m. and then later on Callie Thompson on piano at the market. Now, I know Matt probably already spoke about the rugby, but he's going to be on the big screen there at the market. That is SA versus Australia. Then round the corner we have Aptitude at lunchtime on East Street, and then again at the opening of the studios, the talented Tara Blake at 10 a.m. And I believe that would be our closing for the weekend. Thank you so much, and thank you again to my wonderful sponsors at Diamond and the Emeralds. Mwah! Love you madly. And now I am going to be handing over to the beautiful Prathisha for our closing. Thank you, Leah.
Thank you, Zoe, and thank you for watching us this morning. We hope you had an inspirational morning with us and you're all set for the fantastic weekend ahead. Great sport lineup, great motivation from Tony. We have some fabulous businesses that we showcased for you this morning, and we hope that you visit them too and have a great weekend. See you on Monday between 6 and 7 a.m.